Hello there everyone, and welcome to my 100% playthrough of Ash's Afterglow on Apocalypse. This is map 21, Badlands, part 2. Alrighty, and welcome back to Badlands. Well, so I did some mulling over as to how I want these last few parts of the Badlands hub to go, and I did a dry run to test it out. I also found out the better ending, by the way, just to see what it would be like. Worked just fine. So what I was going to do is make this part just about you turning in your objectives, all of these, and talking to the Baron and doing whatever he wants you to do. And then when you go back to the other maps, I would end the video here and just do part 2 and whatever of the other maps. But then I was like, you know what, that's kind of stupid. I'm just going to make this video everything. Turning in the objectives, talking to the Baron, and, yeah, having a nice little adventure. So, first things first, we gotta... Well, hello there, stranger. I know who you are. He grins widely as he recognizes you. Scavenger, you made it after all. How's it going? Prosperity treating you all right? Hey, Jack, you're looking well. Yep. Thanks to you. Their doc here fixed me right up. She's a cute one, ain't she? A couple of weeks ago, and I'll be good as new. Takes more than a bit of shrapnel to stop Jack Miller. Good to hear it. Great. Oh, that reminds me. I owe you a reward for saving my ass back there. Here, $150 in scrap. It's the least I could do. Made a decent amount selling what was left of my stock. All thanks to you. How's things anyway? Thanks. The drive here was okay? Yep, no problems this time. Was worried I'd run into some of those mutants on the way here, but it looks like a lot of them have moved on. Took me a while for these clowns to open the gate for me, but it is what it is. How long are you staying? Maybe another hour or so. Just waiting for some fuel to arrive. Thinking of heading south. Heard you can get to Atlanta again. I wonder if the subway towns are still there. You've been to the city before? Yeah, long time ago. Did all kinds of jobs. Even did a little escort run for some of those new guard soldiers once. Them and some scavenger. Down to the outskirts and back. It's how I managed to get them on friendly terms with us traders. Shame their little trip didn't go so well, whatever they were doing. When was this exactly? God, about 2, maybe 3 years ago? No idea what their game was. Their scavenger ditched them right when they got into the city. Then they got jumped by mutants. Only their boss made it out alive. Drove him back to Junction, then he left. Weird job, but it paid well. It was pretty easy, and got us a little shortcut to prosperity. So that was pretty good, I guess. You know much about this place? Uh-huh. Been doing this route for a couple of years now. The Baron is a bit of an oddball, but he knows his stuff. If they can find a way to make the farms more productive, I think this place will be huge one day. Let's see. I better get back to it. No problem. Take it easy, Scavenger. It was good to meet you. If you ever get stuck without a ride again, I'll give you a lift. Well, old Jack Miller made it here after all. And that story ran with some guards and a scavenger. Stuff went tits up, shall we say. The scavenger ditched them, and the leader of the guards survived. Didn't we run into a scavenger who told this kind of similar story back in the flooded district? It rings a very familiar bell. But we got 150 extra bucks to do with what we want. There's Lucy, safe and sound in her new kennel. So, yeah, like I said, I am going to just make this video everything. We're going to be turning in all the objectives, meeting the Baron in Uptown, which is a separate map, but I don't care. Not really worth making a separate video on Uptown at the very least. And figuring out what the Baron wants us to do and doing it. And maybe some extra stuff too. Yeah. So, let's see, where should I start? Let's go ahead and go to the sheriff first. I got something to tell you. Really? What is it? Nothing serious, I hope. Kyle asked me to help him poison the town. Well, shit, son. That's a pretty damn serious accusation. I know Kyle likes to run his mouth, but he's also a pretty damn hard worker. And poisonous using what? You got any proof of all that? He asked me to find more gas bag spores, like these. God damn it, Kyle. Got enough to deal with here, and you're into this bullshit. Right, I'll check this out. We'll do a little search on his house and see if we can pull something solid to hang him for. By the way, I'm allowed to pay a small reward for, temporary deputy duty. That sounds official enough, right? Sounds good to me. Thanks, Sheriff. I found some seeds that might solve your problems. Really? Are these from the dome? Huh. Strain Alpha 1. That sure does sound pretty scientific-y. That's great news. Hang on to those for now. I'll talk to the Baron and let you know what he wants done with them. I already fixed the problem with the tunnels. Guess that's everything. Well, I'll be damned. You really did it. Guess I was wrong about you, Scaver. Now, I got one more job for you. Take those seeds you found and bring them to the Baron. He'll want to see you. The gate to Uptown's on the east side. I'll let him know you're coming. Alright, will do. Alright, so now we can officially go to Uptown and visit this Baron, but we're not quite done here yet. We have indeed turned in the clear gas tunnels objective to patch. So I just need to turn in the spore samples to the buyer, who in this case is going to be the doctor. Now, she just needs 3, but you can give her all 5 for some extra dough. And silver. Let's go to silver next. Got to give him that harmonica. Let's see here. Oh, and those 3 other items that I mentioned that were in this level, they are actually inside Kyle's house. Currently, you have access to them because it is still possible to, I guess, side with him. Because you can still show him the spores, I suppose. But if you leave the map and come back, since you've already talked to the sheriff, then he'll be gone. But if you get him arrested and then you come back, the item count will actually drop from 19 to 16. Because the items inside of his house will be no longer there. You can go inside, but the only person there is a militiaman guard. But the 2 items inside there are a first aid kit and an ammo bag. And just to show you that I am not lying, here's us. Right there next to the bar. And there's the inside of his house. Oh yeah, I got leather armor too, but that doesn't count towards your item count. So yeah, there's the other items. No more spoilers. Also turn follow mode back on. There we go. So yeah, that's what those items are. Didn't hit me until after that recording was done. But oh well, better late than never. Alright, Mr. Silver. Let's see here. Oh, excuse me. I think I found something. You hand Silver the harmonica. Yeah, this is Whisper's harmonica. The mute one. I would presume this means they're dead. Any clue what happened? You find the bodies or have a violent disagreement? Wouldn't hold it against you. No, this weird mutant was carrying it. A mutant? What, you mean one of those cannibals? I didn't think they'd managed to come this far. Anyway, have a bit of junk for your trouble. I owe you one. I don't know what it was. Thought it was another scaver at first, but it was messed up. Reminds me of a story I heard once. Met a scaver once who had been in the business for a real long time. Said that one of his friends went feral. Wanted nothing except to kill and loot. A real animal. I always thought the guy was being metaphorical. Huh? What do you mean? Just thinking, that's all. You ever wonder why the old-timers start to go a little loco after a while? Makes you wonder if the old places do something to you after a while. I mean, it's not like we're normal, right? I feel sorry for you if you thought otherwise, but we ain't. Never really thought about it. You're right. Forget it. Not worth worrying about right now. Anyway, thanks for the help, brother. I guess I better think about selling this place off for good. I think the open road would be a nice change after all this bullshit. I'll be here for a while if you still need anything. Alright, so Silver looks like he's going to leave this place behind and go God knows where. So I believe next is to go to the doctor. Also, did this place always have 4 secrets, or am I just tripping? I thought it was only 3. Whatever. I'm sure I'll think it up at some point. Let's see. Doctor. Here we go. Doctor. And just to show you, you can give her all 5. I'll leave them in my current inventory slot. Back again? Please try not to stand so close. Thank you. I need a doc. Let's see. I found some spore samples. Oh my, let me see those. She takes a cluster of spores and examines them. These are really fresh. They look swollen, almost mature. I won't ask where you got these, but you perhaps bring me at least 3 bunches, just like this one. I want to run some tests. I have some more. Here. Excellent. Let me take those. She carefully tips the spores into 3 glass trays. There we go. Oh, have some scrap for your trouble. I can imagine this wasn't easy getting them. If you find any more, I'll pay you for extra. It'll be good to have more test samples. I found another cluster. Here. And I found yet another cluster. Will this help find a cure? I don't know. I might be able to come up with some sort of antifungal treatment. I hope I have a book about this. I'll have to see what these things react to. Always a guessing game with medicine. But, thank you. This is at least a start. Good to hear. Great. Do you need anything else? No, ma'am. I think that's it. I think our business has concluded. And as you can see, our inventory now displays the purge stem, so all 5 of the spore samples are gone. Okay, so I believe it is finally time. See the buyer of the plant samples. That's going to be the Baron. Yep. Time to go to Uptown. Finally. Think you're lost, Scav. This is the door to Uptown. No place for the likes of you. Get gone. Actually, I have an appointment to see the Baron. Wait. That was you? Oh, shit. My mistake. Leroy, open the gate. We got a VIP here. Sorry for the mistake, sir. Yeah. I'll accept your apology once. But Uptown at last. Oh. Hey, what? How you guys doing? What? What, are you shy? I'm not gonna bite, I promise. I'm not that weird. Well, anyway, so if you go around this corner, all the way over there in that greenhouse is where the Baron is. But we do have this video game cartridge that we found. And a certain someone here would like this. Love machine. Love machine. I am in. Keep out, knock first. Buzz me, stop. Keep out. With a Space Invaders alien on the door. That's a nice little clue.
Well, if it ain't one of them scavengers, how are you? You entering some new tech?
Ooh. Hey. Cozy little place you got here. The unshaven man looks at you briefly before returning to his game. Yo, what's up, scavenger? Got anything good for me? You must be Wheeler. Yeah, dude. That's me. Prosperity's resident tech genius, radio host, and knower of all wisdom. What did the Baron send you here for? Got something to trade? What's that you're doing? Oh, Legend of Dungeon Tales. The first one, released back in 1986. It's actually pretty gnarly. I'm grinding for gems in Mirkwood Forest so I can upgrade my platinum sword to the promotional Coca-Cola blade. The guidebook said it was awesome. Cool. Can I have a go? What? Oh, sure? Just like later, dude. I have to finish this run and go back to the Crystal Spire or I'll lose my progress. And Mirkwood is like high level. These barbarian samurai are tough. It's not for newbies, man. No offense. Is this all you do all day? Nah, I got loads of stuff I do. All the water purifying, all the power systems. I'm like on a break right now, but it's not easy. Try and find someone else here who knows this tech. Bet you $20 you can't. Purifying? How hard is it to boil water? Sure, like, duh. God, I hate it when people say that. Look, boiling water is okay if you're just using it for yourself. But a group or a town, you'll be wasting energy and fuel boiling it all. We run ours through sand and charcoal layers in the old reservoir vats. A lot of the water here is contaminated with radioactives and heavy metals. We spray it in to aerate it and stop the water tasting flat. Then we sterilize it using vats sitting in the sun. We can make gallons of the stuff, and it stays clean for days. I see. But what else do you do? Yeah, it's awesome. I run the generators, cycle the water purifiers, fix the lights. I also examine any rare tech that comes through here to see if we can salvage it. We're always looking to modernize and automate. I don't suppose anyone's come through selling a motorcycle. A motorcycle? Nah, nothing that cool. If you want wheels, you'll need to talk to the roamers. But they're a bunch of wastoids. Don't even fall for that highway patrol bullshit. They're just raiders. They take what they want, same as all the others. Well, that's what the Baron said anyway. What can you tell me about the roamers? They took over the old junkyard to the east. Won't let anyone else use it. Hopefully they'll move on soon. I mean, that sucks, but like, we'd already gone over most of the good stuff. Just old engines, scrap metal, and busted up cars in that place now. Let those pricks keep it. They'll fuck off soon enough. Uh-huh. Let's change the subject. What can you tell me about the Baron? Oh, the big boss? He's pretty cool. He let me set this place up here. Uptown is rad compared to the shanties out in Lowtown. He lives in the manor. Got a kid and a wife. She's a real babe. Cute mom type. What's he like to work for? Okay, I guess. He built this whole place himself, so of course he always thinks he knows best. Sometimes you can't do anything new unless you, like, literally show him a better way. Like, he knows everyone is pissed about the water rations, and I get that we need it to keep trade coming, but it's like, he won't even consider another way of doing it. Water rations? I don't know, man. I mean, we need to keep the food supplies up. The soil around here is, like, really bad or something. But water gets a crap price compared to fresh food and medicines, so we're always getting cut short. I probably shouldn't be talking about this to you. You trade all the water? Yeah, anything we don't use for the farms or save for rations. I mean, it's not so bad in Uptown. We get a bit more. But the people in the shanties, they barely get enough to drink, let alone wash or cook with. I don't really like to think about it. You, need to talk to the Baron about it. That's his business, dude. But he won't listen to you, trust me. Interesting. Let's change the subject. Sure, dude. What else do you need? Do you buy tech? Yeah, dude. The Baron said I could use some of the spares to barter for rare pieces we can't find in the junkyard. But I'll take a look at anything electronic that you're looking to trade. I found a video game? What? Oh man, let me see that. Is it something cool? Homesick Alien? He grabs the cartridge from you and examines it. Holy shit, dude! Do you know what this is? This is like one of the rarest games you could ever find. How the hell did you get this? He jams the cartridge into one of the machines and turns it on. Why is it so rare? I read about this in a magazine. Well, back in '83, games were big. Huge, even. They were pumping out copies by the hundred all over the world. Thousands of dollars spent on marketing, production, distribution, and then we got the crash. Crash? Alien Visitor. It was supposed to be a marketing thing for some big-ass movie or something. Huge budget, revolutionary graphics, year-long production. Hell, they even got some big-name actor dude to agree to have his face on the box. Made him one of the characters you could meet. Oh, so it's pretty good? Ha! Nah, it was supposed to be a huge pile of shit. They hit delay after delay after delay, and when it finally comes out, the thing is a broken mess. Characters in the game would die or disappear for no reason. Sometimes all your clothes would disappear, and it takes forever to boot up. Looks like the rumors were true. Sounds like you know your history. Oh, I hella know it. Ever since I learned how to read, I've been reading every book, paper, and magazine I could find. Apart from the Doc and maybe the Baron, you won't find anyone else in this dump who understands computers, or medicine, or sanitation. Ever read anything about the war? Huh. That one is a real mystery. I've read newspapers, talked to old folk. No one seems to have a clear answer on what started it. And some of it just doesn't fit together, you know? A lot of what you hear is Weird, man. Man, this thing is taking forever to boot. I wonder if I need to blow on it. Weird. Like what? What? Oh, like the war itself, man. A lot of people talk about this big war being the reason everything got fucked up. But you can't read about it. No one remembers it. They just remember the sirens and the bombs. And then suddenly mutants start showing up. Hell, some of these pulp magazines talk about shit getting funky before the bombs. Fucking weird, man. Sounds it. So, the game. You want it or not? Fuck yeah, dude. Shit, here, have something as thanks. He hands you a heavy bag of tools and scrap. Man, I thought they buried every single copy. I want to see for myself what this thing is like. I bet I can't get more than 4 minutes into this before the thing soft locks. Alright, well, have fun. So, lots of references made there. Video game crash of 83, Alien Visitor, definitely supposed to be an E.T. reference. The child actor who agreed to have his face on the box, whose name I cannot recall at the moment. And the war that happened. So no one can remember it, you can't read about it. Stuff happened before the bombs dropped. I wonder what that's all about. Anyway, we'll let him have his fun. He's now safe and tucked away in his trailer. But let's go talk to the man of the hour, shall we? Here's the manor, by the way. The door's locked. Can't get into it without no clipping. Looks pretty comfy, though, all things considered. And there he is. The man himself. The Water Baron. A middle-aged man wearing a lab coat and with a heavy revolver holstered at his waist is busily scribbling in a notepad. He doesn't look at you as you approach. Hey, nice garden. He ignores your greeting. Do you know, before the collapse, the men of that age had recorded over 80,000 species of edible plants? Many of these varieties are now nowhere to be found, replaced by a multitude of species previously unknown. And yet, it is the humble Zaya maize corn, which has changed the least. One might wonder why that would be. It looks like the fruit is doing better than we are. I suppose it would seem that way. The plants have learned to adapt and thrive in this new world. Humanity, however, seems to be chasing the same tribal goals we always have. Fighting over scrap, killing each other for bullets and gasoline. We fester, unchanging, amongst the ruins of a bygone era. Right. So you must be the Baron. Yes, I am the Water Baron, although I didn't choose that name. It suits its purpose for now, however. We have much to discuss, you and I. But first, I believe you have something for me. Yeah, the seeds? Here. He takes the bags from you, examining it carefully. Finally. Yes. Yes, these are the ones. They must be. And they don't look a day over 70. Incredible. Ah, here. Take a small measure of compensation. You prefer scrap, don't you? Now, do you know what these are, Stalker? Some kind of super seed? Before the war, many influential botanists worked together to create a strain of wheat that could survive even the end of the world, resistant to heat, radiation, vacuum, cold, and even age. A plant that could grow anywhere, they say. It is even said that they succeeded. Now I can finally put their work to the test. Sounds good to me. I hope it works. So do I. The soil around here is almost toxic. Now, the reason I called you here and broke our normally strict separation is that there is a dilemma this town is involved in that I believe can benefit the both of us, if we can work to solve it. I'm listening. Now, I know why you're here and what you are trying to do. You want the road north opened. I'm afraid at this time that such a thing is impossible. Not only are we dealing with an occupation of raiders in our territory, but it may have come to your attention that there is a vast force of mutants moving through the area. Until these problems are dealt with, the gates to the north shall remain locked. Why have you locked the gate north? We have left that gate locked and unmanned in the hopes that the mutants will pass by our town without noticing us. This applies to travelers such as the raiders and yourself as well. Any traffic moving up that route may eventually be traced back here. I cannot allow that. We are already under siege. Why are the raiders a problem? They have occupied the scrapyard to the east. While they are here, the risk of a conflict breaking out is high, and we are cut off from our supply of metal and parts. We don't have the firepower to engage them directly, and the raiders have already declared their intentions to take the town. Regardless, any fighting may be loud enough to draw the mutants back here. We both know this, so we are at a stalemate. Any idea where the mutants are headed? As far as we know, the vast majority of the Horde is heading north into the mountains and national parks. We don't know what is driving them from the city. A few other towns have already been overrun, but they don't seem to be searching specifically for food, as most migrations have shown. Years ago, they were disorganized and came this far only rarely. Now they seem to have a hierarchy, and in numbers we thought impossible. So what do you expect me to do about it? Simple. You, Stalker, are very good at something. Getting into places and getting out. You are going to sabotage the roamers' ammunition and fuel supplies, and you are going to do it with the minimum of noise and bloodshed. Once that has been dealt with, we can come to an agreement. How am I supposed to do that? We can provide explosives, a set of thermite bombs, as Wheeler refers to them. These should be sufficient to destroy their stores without a large enough explosion to draw the Horde. He has also made them extremely simple to operate. Where is the ammo and fuel stored? These people are organized. They aren't likely to store the ammunition within the vehicles. Too risky. They'll store it in a compound of some kind, away from heat sources and fuel. My guess is the warehouse is on the south side. For the fuel, look for any large gas tanks. Most likely they will use the ones already present in the scrapyard, but you might have to improvise. How will this stop the roamers? It won't, but it will neuter them. Most of their vehicles mount mortars or heavy machine guns. They have the firepower to take this town, but not the raw numbers. Without their artillery, they'll bleed themselves dry on our walls. I'm hoping Garavito will see the sense in this and leave, or at least be willing to negotiate. Fine, but this won't be easy. I need a reward. I can provide scrap and ammunition if you can do this for me. Perhaps more. And of course, you'll have free access to come and go as you please. I do not relish using you as an asset, Stalker. But given the circumstances and your timely arrival, you can damn well bet I'm going to do it. Alright, so what do I do? We should wait until the majority of the Horde moves on. It'll take an hour or two before we can make our move. Finish any business you have and then return. I'll explain in more detail. So, yes, this is where you can go through that dialogue queue to wait for the mutant horde to pass. And all you have to do is say wait, the screen will fade to white and then fade back to normal, and that's it. The mutants are gone. You can do basically whatever you want to do, and the mutants will not come here and basically destroy the entire town. But, let me get my medkits back. Let us make sure there's nothing else to do. We got the bike, find a way north, that's the last thing you do. Conflict, yeah, we're ready. Wait. Or sorry, it fades to black, not white. It fades into white, which is kind of weird. Are you ready? Most of the Horde has moved on. If we are going to strike, we should do it now. Ready as I'll ever be. Here, take these. He hands you 4 timed explosives. See the armorer if you need to trade for more ammunition. Try and do this quietly. The less gunfire, the better. You can use the tunnels to reach their compound. If you think you can talk your way through the front gate, however, that would be even more effective. How do I know I'll have the right spot? Excuse me. That should be obvious when you find each point. Try to find a good spot for all 4, enough that the majority of the supply is caught in the blast. Oh, and do remember to take cover. They have a timer, and Wheeler is rather skilled with this sort of thing, but I can't guarantee they'll go off when they should. Define quietly. As in, don't shoot everyone in the camp. Try to find an entrance that is least likely to result in a full battle. I don't know how well guarded their supplies are, so I understand that things may become complicated. However, I trust you'll deal with any obstructions as quickly and discreetly as possible. Can't I just shoot all the raiders? A predictable suggestion, and an unwelcome one. Otherwise, I would send some of my own men to do the job. If you find there is no other way, then fine, but you'll forfeit your bonus. Alright, we'll see what happens. Very well. Be off now. I have to get these seeds planted. The dry air may damage them. just have that reward ready. Alright, so 4 timed explosives. Look like plastic explosives. And kind of looks like those plastique things from 007 Goldeneye that you had to use in the silo map. The ones that if they exploded literally blew up the entire map and killed you. So, we have to destroy the roamers' fuel and ammo supplies, and we have to do so sneakily, obviously without arousing suspicion, and without violence. Well, without violence isn't usually my game, and the Mutant Horde has passed on, but I would like that bonus. All the extra money would be nice. So I am going to do this without arousing suspicion, or at least try to. Of course, if I fail, I'll just retry. Because I want as much money as I can get. My plan is, once I'm done with everything here, before we move on to the next map, out of the hub, I will go to the workbench and mod literally everything, because I will have enough junk to do so. But, first things first, we have to go back to the Junkyard. Now, the roamers are still non-hostile to me. I have not done anything to arouse any suspicion from them. Though, oh yes, my bike is still parked in front of the gate. Well, that's okay, because that's the very gate we're about to enter the Junkyard from. Just like we did the first time. So yes. Oh, and as you can see, the item count is now 16 out of 16. So Kyle is now gone. And this, you can go inside of his house, and the items that were there are no longer. They have presumably been gathered for evidence, so... Yep, can't grab them now, but that's okay. We'll find more. I still can't believe I put myself in that situation back in Biodome where I got in front of all those stupid exploding tomatoes, but, it is what it is. So, normally I was thinking of ending the video here, and then doing Junkyard Part 2 and all that good stuff, but, I don't think I'm going to. Let's just do the whole thing right now. We're going to go out with a bang. Literally. 4 bangs, I should say. Although, they'll just make one big bang. So, here's what you got to do. That's the fuel tank. And then the ammo stores... There's 2 fuel tanks and 2 ammo dumps. One ammo dump is inside that warehouse, the junk service one, where that pipe bomb secret was. And the other one is in the south scrapyard where Marlin, Steiner, and Hauer are. Or in Hauer's case, were. And it's right. It's guarded by 2 roamers, I believe. Now, there's at least 2 spots where you can put the stuff. You can put it right here if you want, and all you got to do is hit E when you get close enough. I don't even think you have to have the explosives selected, but I will anyway. Well, obviously, if you put it here, they're going to notice you doing it, and they're going to immediately become hostile. So what you have to do is find a more hidden location. How about right here? What were you doing back there? Just grabbing some stuff. You should talk to Steiner if you need supplies. Don't just go fucking grabbing them. Will do. You know nothing. Anyway, since this fuel tank is right here, let's go ahead and hit it next. Oh, that is if I can make this stupid jump. Tally-ho! So, let's see. If I plant it here, well, yeah, everyone's going to see that. But if I do it back here, boop, just like that. Alright, 2 down, 2 to go. And then the other ammo dump is indeed here in the south scrapyard. Now, one of the spots you can put it in is right here. Well, yeah. It should be obvious that's not a good idea. So what you got to do instead is go around the back. Yeah, remember this wooden barricade that blocked us? And how there was nothing in here? This is what is in here. Place it there, and they'll be none the wiser. Now, was there a first aid kit in this secret over here? I think there... Yes, there was. Awesome. Oh, we found 2. Alright, so... Both the ammo dumps have been bombed, well, placed. We just gotta find one final fuel tank. And once you leave the map, well, you'll see. But here's the fuel tank. You can put it right there. That's obviously a bad idea. Let's just put it back here. Nice and safe. You saw nothing. What are you doing? Just checking on the equipment. Yeah? You're a fuel system expert, are you? Don't lie to me. Listen, man, I thought I smelled gas. Well, that's weird, because this tank is for diesel. Alright, man. I was just looking because I was curious. Well, fuck off and be curious somewhere else. Sure. Sorry. You, my friend, also know nothing. But that's it. That's all we gotta do here. Bombs are planted. They will explode as soon as we get out of here. So, let's get the hell up out of here. Now, needless to say, once these bombs go off, the roamers will become hostile. That should be pretty obvious, I would feel, but they will. But for right now, they're not. I just came in here for a quick little visit. Did absolutely nothing to arouse any level of suspicion whatsoever, and now I'm gone. I'm gone. And I'm going to highlight my first aid kits. Don't mind me. Oops. Did I do that? Yes, I did. I did do that. The roamers have been neutered. Their fuel and ammo supplies are completely decimated. And now we go back to the Water Baron and talk to him. Now, this doesn't kill any of the roamers, I should tell you. It does make them hostile. Whoa, that's the wrong way. We need to go this way. Right on back to Prosperity. And break. Alright, well, that was pretty fun. No sense in making that its own video. It was very short. But I did your dirty work, Mr. Water Baron, sir. Now, where's my reward? You're back? You have something to report? Go on, then. That was a pretty big bang for a quiet bomb. He shrugs. True, an oversight on Wheeler's part. Not your problem. You did the job, and you did it with the minimum of carnage. It seems you understand a little restraint after all. Anyway, here's your bonus. $200 in scrap metal. A more than acceptable amount. A pleasure doing business. What now? I expect you'll be leaving now. Here, this key will unlock the gatehouse. There isn't anyone posted there, so you'll have to do it yourself. I am curious why you would be heading that way, however. Nothing that way except the mountains and New Guard territory. New Guard? The so-called former National Guard. Of course, none of them is old enough to even remember the country they fought for. Another sad echo of the past, now just another militia. We've had dealings with them before. They can be reasonable, but mind yourself. They tend to shoot first and ask questions later. Can I ask you something? I suppose you've earned that right. Ask away. Thanks to you, I now have the time to think. Where did you learn all this stuff? I was trained to run a good business. I grew up in a small community far to the north, near Chicago. Sadly, we had a difference of conscience. Stalker, know that of all the things that survived the collapse, there are many things that shouldn't have. That's all I'll say about them. What's going to happen to Prosperity now? Expand. Reorganize. Build up our water reserves and resume trading. Hopefully we can increase the water rations. You may think me a tyrant, Stalker. I know what some of the people think of me. But I do what is best for all, not for myself. Kindness will achieve little out here. I get the feeling you didn't want those raiders dead. So you've seen through my ruse. Honestly, Stalker, I don't believe humankind will last very long killing each other. He gives you a cold look. Besides, had the mutants found us, our new neighbors would have made a very convenient buffer. I don't like conflict, but I'm not stupid. That's all. Time for me to go. As you wish. See the armorer before you leave. I put something aside for you in the event you succeeded. A little keepsake from a previous life. Perhaps we'll see you again someday. It is refreshing to meet someone as resourceful as yourself. Take it easy, Water Baron. Alright, well, a little gift, huh? Well, let's go see this armorer who, according to Silver, is a quote-unquote fascist. What is it, scavenger? You the armorer? I'm here to pick up something. Working for the Baron? Yeah, he asked for something to be put aside for you. She pulls a heavy-looking dark vest from behind the counter. 1 Underarmor. Looks about your size. Happy? What does that do? You never seen one of these? It's a bulletproof vest, designed to be hidden under clothing or other armor. No, it won't actually stop a bullet unless it's a shitty little caliber, but it will take some of the edge off it, and it'll also stop shrapnel and such. It'll keep you a little bit safer out there. Look after it. We don't just give these things away like candy. Sure, I'll take it. There you go. You can try it on next door. You pull off your jacket and shirt and slip on the vest. I think that's supposed to say vest. It doesn't actually feel that heavy, but feels pretty sturdy. Or you could just put it on in here, right in front of me. Sure. Why the fuck not? It's a free country, I guess. That's all for now. Thanks. So, if you look at your armor display in the lower left, that little icon right next to the abbreviation of armor, a green suit with a plus next to it. Yep, it's just some added protection. Now, if you had sided with Garavito and the roamers, once everything was done and the roamer was killed along with all the guards, slight spoiler, you would be given a roamer suit, which is the same thing. I don't know if its values are better than the one you get from the Baron and the Armorer, but it's colored red instead of a green, which of course means you sided with a bad guy. And then if you side with Kyle, you will still take out the guards and the Water Baron. But in exchange, you don't get any kind of armor at all. I think you might get some money. I can't remember. But yeah, basically it's like, hey, thanks for helping us out. Now get lost. So that is the worst option of the 3 in terms of reward. But yeah. All right. Underarmor. Awesome. Whew. Well, we have the key we need. We can get out of here. Yep. We can leave this hub behind. The Mutant Horde has gone. The Super Seeds are in the Water Baron's hands. Hopefully it turns out very well for everybody. And we can leave. We can advance. But, you know, on the other hand, it's not exactly my thing to leave kills behind. I mean, yes, the mutant is gone, and the Water Baron didn't want the roamers dead just in case any mutants were still around, and they could be used as a buffer. But he also did say that it's, if I did kill them, he would forfeit my bonus, or I would forfeit my bonus, but I got my bonus. No. There's no way of knowing if these guys will mount some sort of feeble offensive that could still harm the residents of Prosperity. I myself am going to make sure that doesn't happen. Yes, sirree. We're about to have us some fun. Your first and worst mistake was trusting me, Garavito. Because now I've come to play. What's wrong? Can't hit me? Am I too fast? And you know what? I think some bug dogs are trying to snipe at me. I think they're on top of the crane. Well. Oh, you too? Oh, okay. There we go. Now then. Uh-huh. Oh, I think I missed. Yeah, I missed. You know what? There's no need to do everything so long range. We'll see them soon enough. Besides, the ones with guns are definitely the bigger threat. And of course... Oh, sorry. Is the wall blocking it? Don't worry. I've missed you guys too. I won't leave you guys alone for too long. Now be careful. There's still a very decent chunk of enemies here. And it's very easy to die. But we're very well armed. And we're not going to let some 2-bit militia of raiders stop us from achieving our destiny. No, boys and girls, I'm sorry. But I, the Scaver, am destined for bigger and better things than being hampered by the likes of you. Come on, you can do better than that. Where'd the shotgun guy go? There he is. Or sorry, there he was. But like I said, it's not just the dregs that you will have to fight. Garavito is alive too, and he wants you just as dead as everybody else. Well, let's not keep the big guy waiting too long, shall we? Now, if you want to get out of here quickly, you can use those canisters to blow a hole in the wall, which we will probably do, but not right now. Go ahead and destroy those other barrels while we're at it. And I think there's some junk in here that I didn't grab before. Yep. One piece. I've left everything I own in one piece. What do you want? Hey guys. Sorry. This is my scrapyard now. Also, warning. Asshole inside. Gross. Oh, that's nice. I will take that junk though. Now, this probably goes without saying, but you guys must die. And Garavito is going to be just up on that platform. Matter of fact, there he is. And down he goes. He moves very quickly, and he has more health than the other raiders. Considering the amount of armor he wears, I would hope so. But he goes down fairly easily. A couple of bursts of the M16, and he is history. Get rid of any environmental hazards that may be present. Woo! Dance for me, ladies. But before we leave here, let's draw the attention of some more bad guys so they can advance this way. And we're just going to go on up the stairs and grab Garavito's trusty M16 because my 223 is running a little bit low. I mean, it's still kind of low, but at least I have more now. Who, you? Nice try. Who wants some? Yeah, don't get too comfy. You can still die. We are slowly... Oh, hey, Bug Dog hit him. We are slowly and methodically taking these guys out. Whoop. But let's not get spit on by a bunch of Bug Dogs. A bunch of roamer-owned Bug Dogs. No, sir, not today. My arsenal's hungry. And the earth is thirsty. Oh, hi there. You popping off at me? You talking to me? You talking to me? Not anymore, you're not. I hear Bug Dog. Where are you at? Oh, they're on the other side of the wall, I betcha. Yeah, I bet that's exactly where he is. Yep, because there's the south scrapyard right there. Now, the other boss, I guess you could say, raiders are after you as well. So Marlin, Steiner. Oh, they're on the roof. That's who those are. Okay, never mind. Come get me. This is probably a bad move. Yeah, let's not get too... Nah, no, no. I shan't be tempted. Nope. You get away. And you get a... You get away. Come on, guys. It's just one scavenger. Surely you can shoot down a scavenger with ease. And I believe there's one more on top of that roof. Yep, I can hear him. I just don't want to turn my back to any potential roamers. But it looks like we're all good. Alright. Make sure there's no one over there sneaking up on us. Let's tackle this. Oh, whoa. I heard that. Who's squeezing? Who squeezed? Are you hiding through the smoke? I bet you are. Oh, there you are. 1, 2. What are you doing? You're nothing. Oh, twofer. Yeah, this is going to be good. For me. More bug dogs, huh? Down, boy. Now, let's see if we can't get the drop on Marlin and Steiner. Why don't we? Marlin and Steiner do not actually chase after you. They just kind of shoot at you from where they are, or where they're at. So, matter of fact, I think Marlin just shot at me. Sorry, Marlin, you made me do it. Oh, that was just a regular shotgunner. Hey, who? All right, someone's squeezing. Yeah, you ain't squeezing no more, are you, bitch? And then Steiner has a shotgun. You do not want to take that up close. But now he's dead. But both these guys had at least one bodyguard, so let's just make short work of him. Oh, he already... Okay. He came out already. Oh, Marlin had a sawed-off. Damn. He was packing. Oh, these guys too. Oh, and oddly enough, Clyde, the mechanic, who you got your bike from, he is not hostile to you, even after you come here and, you know, literally start wiping everybody out. He is still tagged as a kill, so unfortunately, even though he's not hostile, we do have to waste him. Hey, is what it is. You're still in the wrong place at the wrong time, so... See the kills? 141 out of 157? Yeah. I kind of wish he wasn't tagged as a kill, but oh well. He is still technically with the roamers, so it's fair game, I suppose. He was at least nice. But, yeah, we are making short work of this junkyard, but gotta be careful. We're about to wander right into the actual scrapyard maze, and there's going to be plenty more bad guys hiding in this maze. I can hear a couple now. See if we can get rid of that guy. My 223 is running a tad low, so I'm going to give it a break. Well, actually, you know what? Let's run out of reserve bullets first. Where are you at? Sounds like he's right here. Okay, a bug dog spat at me. I don't know from where, though. Oh, got those two. And I guess that was... Okay, the only two over there. Oh, wait. I know the bug dog that spat at me. It's the one guarding that unreachable piece of junk. You're done. Don? You're done. And you're done too. 147 down, 10 to go. Oh, you guys are inside. Oh, I know where you are. You're where the car compactor is. I'm not going around no front. Hey guys. How you doing? Alright. 223 is really low. I'm going to put it away for right now, but man, it is really fun to use. What you really got to be attentive for are the ones who are not talking the whole time while they're trying to find you, because they can very easily get the drop on you. And that would not be very good. Take care of the bug dog inside the compactor here. Now, okay, there should be, I think I know the other 4 enemies left. There should be a group of 4 roamers near that fence on this side or the other, and then the bug dog guarding the unreachable piece of junk. So I think we're all good. But if you compact the car, look at the item count. Oh my, it increased. And there's the 2 new pieces of junk right there. Yeah, get 2 extra pieces of junk, get about $10 more. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh, ouch, hey, that hurt. I'll run if I want to run. You jerk. But we're down to 1 enemy, and I know exactly who it is, but I don't remember exactly where he is. I think he is... It's that bug dog that's guarding that piece of junk we can't reach. I think he's over here. Yeah, there you are. And... presto. The scrapyard is cleared. And, you know what? I'm not letting no game cheat me out of my junk. If it turns out there is a legit way to get this piece of junk up here, then, hey, it is what it is. But I don't know of a way, and I wanted to get it. And I don't know where the other 4 are off the top of my head. I don't really care enough to look. And I'm not going to use a med kit either, because look at how much health we have. Nice. Well, Junkyard is clear. That was fun, wasn't it? Bit of an ammo drain, but I wasn't just using the M16 to use it. We are going to get a lot of ammo for it. I think we get some in the Anomaly map, but we're going to get a ton in the final map, so don't worry so much about using ammo for it. And every single pickup, whether it be a magazine of ammo or the M16 itself, gives you 30 rounds. And there's way more than just 5 magazines and M16s in the final map, trust me. But, we're not quite done. No, sir, we're not. Did we forget about the 7 roamers hiding in Pipeworks? Because I sure didn't. And I know the Scavers sure didn't. And they're not gonna know a damn thing until it's too late. Hey, roamers. Suck it down. Three more. And presto, all dead. As it should be. And that is officially it. This hub is complete. We are done. But you know what I'm going to do? If you recall, there were quite a few first aid kits we had to leave behind here, because we had 10. I didn't have to use any until that little mishap with the exploding frickin' tomatoes in Biodome, so we are going to fish around for a couple. And then what we're going to do after that is we're going to leave. We're going to head back to Prosperity, because we're going to have a crap ton of junk. Oh, there's one. And I am going to mod everything. This is not the right place to go. And then once we do that, we're out of here, and the video's over. And after that, there's only 2 maps left to go. Okay, which way to go next? I think, let's go this way. I think I want to head to where we destroyed the gas tunnels, or cleared the gas tunnels, because there is that little hut there. Actually, no, there's also that, the area past the gas tunnels had like 2 or 3. 2 were sitting in one room. I could go into either of those, but I think they're all pretty close together, so... we shall climb up the ladder that we dropped down for a little bit of a shortcut back to that area. Whoops. Come on, Scaver. Climb. There we go. Hey, there's my baby. And a fire extinguisher? Not anymore. Alright, we're done. Let us go back to Junkyard, actually. Because I want to take the front gate back to Badlands, because that's where I parked my bike. And Scaver's feet they're getting a little tired. He'd like to stay off them as much as he can, and there's going to be a lot of motorcycle riding in the final map, so be prepared for that. But for right now, let's get out of here. We're done. This hub, which at some point it seems like it's never going to end, is finally friggin' done. So we're just going to take the secret exit back to Junkyard, take the front gate of Junkyard back to Badlands, go back to Prosperity for a little modding trip, and we'll be friggin' out of here. Friggin' out of Badlands for good. And on to our next adventure. But before I do that, let us go ahead and make sure, just as a customary thing, make sure everything we have, if possible, is nice and reloaded. Except for the laser gun, because, you know, it's a laser gun. A toy. Alright, and all we gotta do here is to go through the main building, the mechanics garage. Oh yeah, scrounge for any ammo I could use. I need a bit more 9mm if you guys don't mind. I think one more pickup ought to max me out. I think I killed at least 1 or 2 9mm users up here. There we go. Perfect. Most excellent. Exit here, take the front gate out to the outskirts area, go by the repair shop to the main gate, and leave this place behind for good. And now that we're back in Badlands, we can take our motorcycle and head right back to Prosperity. Let us mod abso-friggin-lutely everything. We want to be very well prepared for the final maps to come. Especially the final map, because, I mean, it's the final map. If you're going to prepare for anything, it best be for the final map. One last trip into our little home away from home, Prosperity. I'm going to miss this little place. Hopefully the super seeds help the town out. But in the meantime, we have... Good God, look at that excess of junk. 2,140. Let's mod friggin' everything in order. So the Glock has yet to get a single upgrade. Let's do that first. That's the Tacticool laser. Bam. Ooh, look at that. Laser accuracy. It no longer is inaccurate when you fire it quickly, and also you cleaned off all that nasty rust. Look how purty our girl looks. Now let's give her... Actually, let's give the... Colt, the second mod. The custom trigger mechanism. Yeah. Fan that hammer. Which we're obviously not going to do here because that'd be stupid. Next up, the Glock. Tier 2 triple shot trigger burst mod. Adds a burst fire alt fire that fires 3 rounds rapid fire. High recoil but devastating at close range. Really? Whoa. Look at that paint job. Solid black with those tritium sights. And a little burst fire sear installed in the back to allow it to fire burst fire. Nice. Alright, let's see. The super duper sawed off. Well, reduces recoil, eh? Guess how? By giving you a nice wooden stock. Yeah, now that's what I call a super duper sawed off. Alright, what's next? What's next? Ah, the M16, yes. Let's mod the old girl. Full auto mod. Ooh, and we get a brand new magazine. Sweet. Didn't know that. And look how much better she looks. Ooh, man. She's looking nice. But what else can she do? What else? Wasteland Commando Launcher mod. Mounts a spring-loaded pipe bomb launcher. Use alt-fire to switch between rifle and launcher mode. Includes handy ammo display mod. Yes. It literally turns this thing into a noob tube launcher. You hit alt-fire, so notice the new ammo display at the top of your ammo display. The little blank space that says 10. Well, if there's nothing there but the number, that means there's no pipe bomb loaded. So, hit alt-fire. And load her up. Yeah, baby. Now, there's no way to take the pipe bomb out. You have to fire it, and all you got to do that is just hit alt-fire again. We'll be putting that to good use later on, but not quite done yet. Let's see. Master Blaster. Yes. Jet spray nozzles for that extra range? Why the hell not? Let's see what else we have. Killer Pig. Oh yes, the barbecue pig. Feed system, gas torch, burst fire of 3 slugs. Don't mind if I do. That's a big ass barrel. Look at that thing. Looks like a... I think it's a grill of a barbecue grill. Hence why it's called Killer Pig. But what's her second mod? Let's see. Turbo Pig. Rate of fire mod. Improved motor layout allows a faster cyclic rate. Supremely overpowered. The ultimate handheld weapon. Whew. Goodness me, she is looking mean now. And they have a little tank on there that says oink. I love it. Well, I believe that's everything. Pistols are all modded. Alright, excellent. Shotguns are all modded. Yes, yes. The heavy weapons are all done, except we can build pipe bombs if we want, but we're not going to. And the rifles are all... Oh. Right. The laser gun. Well, we can't leave her out of the fun. Let's give her that nice green laser. Yeah, cosmetic mod. Pew, 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 pew. 1986 calendar. Pew, 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 pew. Fuck yo, 1986 calendar. But it looks like we can actually give it something else, too. Oh, what is this? Tier 2, Super Laser, Experimental Mod. Replace toy laser parts with theoretically powerful anomalous materials. Can be built only once. Cannot be recharged. Only the finest junk will do. Requires 300 junk to complete. My goodness. Let's see, what else does it say here? Need capacitor, solder wire, and radstone? Oh, why don't we just find out? Ooh, you built something terrifying. Super laser mod. Yes, this thing is now a weapon. You have only 50 shots for it. I don't know if it's, like, super effective against really anything, or if it's just, like, a novelty to have, but, I mean, we freaking got it. We'll try using it. But yes, that officially is everything. All the pistols are done. The shotguns are done. The rifles are done, even the laser gun. And the heavy weapons are done. We are kitted out. Totally kitted out. Very nice. And on that note, it is time to leave this place behind. Oh, you all have a good one. I'm off to God knows where to do God knows what. But I think I know at least one place we're headed to. Remember that map? This one here? Yeah. Those 2 places we went. Return to the Spire for the actual, or for the thumb drive. And then to the array in disarray to get the actual map. Remember those 2 things put together, what I told you they did? Unlocking the second and final secret map. Well, we can't skip out on that now, can we? Let us just unlock the path, unlock the way, and see what lies in store. Nice headlights, bro. With the way now open, your path into the wasteland is clear. Sigma, far to the north, awaits. I like how it says person as the person speaking, so this is like a narrator's voice. I've got time to check out that anomaly first. Option 2. And that's where we're going. And here we have arrived. Oh! New radio frequency found, 3395.5. Alright. Let's end on a nice note with some nice radio to listen to. Oh boy. Something awaits us here. But there's no kills. Just 21 items and 3 secrets. Something is definitely up with this place. But what that is, we'll have to wait for next time. So, Badlands is finished. We turned in all the objectives. Got a crap ton of junk. Talked to the Water Baron. Gave him the super seeds. Neutered and then eliminated all of the roamers in the Junkyard and in Pipeworks. Modded literally everything we had to mod. And still have 340 bucks in scrap left to spare. I think we're doing pretty good for ourselves. But we have time for one slight little detour before tackling Sigma Base. And then that is where we're at right now. If memory serves, something about a Kilo-class Soviet submarine. Almost afraid to ask what all is going on here, but we're here. Might as well find out, right? Well, that'll be for next time. So until next time, that was Badlands Part 2, the end of Badlands, Junkyard, and Pipeworks. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all have an amazing rest of your day or night. And I will see you next time when we tackle the mystery of Anomaly 210. So until that time comes, I will see you all when I see you. Bye-bye.